Welcome to this episode of your program, Word Exposition. My name remains Apostle Jerry. Yes, today I want us to talk a little bit about the issues that has to do with our country, Nigeria. The issues that are bedeviling us right now. Okay, these issues, they are not new. They are in every domain. They are in every domain. Anywhere you go, you hear them talking about it. Okay, about the government and the issues that are surrounding, governance and other things that concerns Nigeria. Okay, like America designating Nigeria as a country of particular concern, and Donald Trump moving into Nigeria for all those things. These are not new. They are everywhere, like I said. Okay, you go to the schools, they are discussing them in the hospitals. They are discussing them. Okay, in the churches, in the mosque. They are in every domain, so they are not anything new. Okay, yes, but we have to talk about these things, okay, often and must discuss them in order to find a solution to some of these issues, okay? Yes, and we are talking about all of these things in order to make our country a better place for every one of us. Yes, I don't think there's anyone who is talking about these things, okay, with the motive of, destroying or, kind of, dividing Nigeria. All we are doing is to make sure that we are together, and the country is a safe place for every one of us. Okay, and a better place, like myself particularly. My motive is just to make sure that Nigeria is a good and a better place for every one of us. Okay, so whatever I'm saying, whatever I'm doing, okay, is a way of my own way of contributing, okay, to the welfare, to the well-being, okay, to the safety of our country, Nigeria. Okay, yes. So these issues, okay, like I have just said, okay, they are everywhere. Okay, yes, exactly. All in because so that is that. But the basic thing here is this: from all indications, okay, from all indications, from all that we are hearing in the news, okay, interviews, okay, granted by some prominent people, okay, and some major, actors in all of these things that are happening in Nigeria, yeah, the major players, okay, interviews granted to the mainstream medias, okay, and even the social media and all of that, okay. Yes, all those interviews and the confessions that are made by some of these people, some of the key actors, some of the government officials, the confession, the statements made by some of these people, okay, and all that's available in social media space. That is everywhere, okay. Based on all of this, based on all of these information that we gather, that we hear every now and then, it becomes clear. I mean, something becomes clear, okay, that what is going on in this country today, okay, what is going on in this country, particularly those that which has to do, that which has to do with, you know, the Boko Haram issue, okay, the banditry, okay, and the kidnappings, okay, and the insurgents, particularly in the northern part of Nigeria. Those things are happening in the northern part of Nigeria. Okay. All of those things that are happening that we are hearing every now and then. Okay. It is very, very clear that it is more than what meets the eyes. Yes, it is clear that it is much more than what meets the eyes, much more than what some of us, see or understand or think. It's much more than that. Okay? And that is why I, as a person, okay, as a citizen of this nation, of this country, I decide, to a kind of talk. Okay? Yes, I decide to a kind of, make my own contribution. Yes, my own contribution, all right, to all of these things. I'm going to a kind of explain, okay, the little I know, I understand about all of these hula balloons going on. Yes, I'm going to explain the little that I understand in all of these things. Yes, because truth be told, a whole lot of us, particularly those of us from the southern part of this country, those from the southern part of Nigeria, we seem not to really know what is happening in the north. Many of us will just see that they are kidnappers, they are bandits, they are Boko Harams, they are trying to Islamize Nigeria, they are trying to a kind of what they call it now? Okay, genocide. They are trying to carry out genocide on the Christians. They're trying to exterminate the Christian food, the Christian race, and so forth and so on. They are trying to take over our land and so forth and so on. Yes, you are right. You are right. Okay, but it's not just that. It's not just the way you are. We are seeing it, the way we are talking about it. It's not just that. And the truth of the matter again is that what they are doing, what they seem to be doing there, which I'm going to talk a little bit on right now, okay, it's not even the main issue. It's not even the main issue. It's not the sad part of the whole thing, the sad part of the whole story is trying to import or export whatever they are doing there in the north down to the south. Okay, trying to shift it down to the south, trying to come and do the same thing here in the south. That is the sad part of the whole thing. That is the irony of the whole thing. But let's come down to this. Let's come down to the nitty-gritty of all of these things. Okay? Let's come down. See, what I know, what I understand from all that I hear and I read in the news and on the social media and everything that is going on in all that is going on. If you really, really know, you will know that this thing that is happening is a cartel. We all know it's a cartel. It's an organized crime. It's an organized crime. Yes, these are not just a bunch of some people that just come from nowhere. Okay, these are, a kind of organized by some powerful elites. We have had it in the news everywhere about those who, plotted and planned this thing, okay, with the aim of using it to destabilize the country or that part of the country so that they can have access to power, so they're able to gain, power in this country, okay, in the days of Goodluck Jonathan and so forth and so on, okay, how some group of people, brought in foreigners, and armed them, okay, in order to cause mayhem or havoc, to put fear into the people and the government of that time, okay, so that they can be able to collect power at all costs, by all means. Yes, that, according to them, is the original story, how the Boko Haram insurgents began in this country. Okay, but even before then, there have been a couple of pockets of insurgents here and there before. Okay, yes, there have been some like that before. Yes, people like the Matiseni and so forth and so on. So these things are common with them there, but it was not as grievous as it is right now. What made it this grievous? What made it this bad is that this top, powerful people, okay, decided to bring together group of young people, arm them in order to use them for political gain, in order to, seize power, in order to rule Okay? Yes, they brought these people and armed them in order to use them for that. Then beyond beyond that, or let me say here, like we also know that after getting into power, after getting what they wanted, it was now very impossible, near impossible, for them to disarm these people, for them to be able to collect back the ammunition and, whatever, you know, weapons they have given to them. So it becomes near impossible to collect these weapons back from them. And they decided to look for other, you know, means of or other ways or other areas of putting them to use. Yes, that is what I believe. Let's look for other areas by which they can put them to use. And that is why till today, those people, they find these people, as we in the South look at them as our enemies. Them in the North, they don't see them as enemies. They don't see these Boko Harams, and all these bandits as enemies. They see them as allies. Yes, they see these people as allies, okay, as their foot soldiers. So they're now using them, okay, like somebody said, to like guide their forests, to guide their forests. And why do they do that? Because in their forest, they have a lot of solid minerals, a lot of solid minerals. So they decide to use people to safeguard those solid minerals that they have there. So that, against interference, against invaders, against, thieves, and also to limit the government's, yes, access, to limit government access to those solid minerals. And that is the truth. Because when there's no peace in the place, the government itself cannot go there that they want to go and, mine minerals, solid minerals. Want to go and mine solid minerals. The government will not find it easy to get there. This is similar to what we used to have in the Niger Delta area of the South, when we have the militants. When the militants were in full swing, when they were in operation in the Niger Delta, it was difficult for government to come and drill the crude oil. So at that time, the oil that the government was able to produce per day was reduced to barest minimum. They could not get, they could not meet up with the, quota, with the OPEC quota that quota was given to Nigeria to produce. They could not meet up because of the insurgents there, because of the militants there. So the same thing is happening in the North. Okay, the same thing is happening in the North. So these people, that's why you hear some of them say, we should give them, government should give them amnesty, the way they gave the Niger Delta's amnesty. Yes, the way they give Niger Delta insurgents, militants amnesty, they should also give this Boko Haram amnesty. They did not come out to tell us that these people, they are fighting to protect their mineral resources there. Okay, or because they are looking for, they are asking for some rights concerning their mineral resources. No, they did not tell us that. But that is the truth, because when you hear from them, some of them when they talk, you listen to different people from the North when they talk, you will get to know this. Okay, so these people, they are using them also for that purpose. Okay, now these people, because of the sophisticated equipment they have that has been given to them, these people, apart from safeguarding the minerals, they are also there to also protect those people who comes to mine those minerals. The, foreign government like the Chinese, like we all know, it's in the public domain. Okay, Senator Adam Shimole said it. They come, okay, to come and carry those people comes to, mine these minerals. And these bandits are the ones who protect them, who guide them, okay, to, mine these solid minerals, which they cut away to their countries. And I don't think they do that without, permission from the northern elites, from the northern government, northern governors, and so forth and so on. That's why people they come in collaboration to do these things, okay? Then they use the Boko Harams, okay, and the bandits to protect them, to guide them, because you see them wherever they are doing it. So one of the things that the Boko Haram does is that they protect, the foreign government, the foreigners who comes to mine the solid minerals there and give them their own share, which does not come to the national ports, will not come to the federal government. Okay, and they also use them to protect those minerals so that people do not come to invade, so that it's been kept for only them. Unlike the Niger Delta, when the militants were here during the time of Jonathan, that was when Jonathan was vice president, in time of what's his name now? The Shehu Musa Yaradua. In the name of Yaradua. Jonathan told us, we had it on the news everywhere, how he went as a vice president to Niger Delta to go and, meet the militants in order to discuss with them, in order to negotiate with them, in order to so that they can lay down their arms to allow the government to, drill the oil there. Okay? And he, being one of us, or one of them, a son of the soil, they listened to him, they gave him the opportunity to talk and all of that. And he negotiated with them, and they agreed. And they laid down their arms and left the creeks and allowed the government to, drill the oil there. But in the case of these people, this Boko Haram, it's not as if their elites, particularly the current vice president, who is in position that Goodluck Jonathan was then, okay, Shetima, it's not as though he cannot go and meet them and discuss with them, because I know that he has, some understanding or some rapport with them. So he can go and talk to them, but they will not want to listen to that. They will not want to drop that agitation. They don't want to lower their arms for a couple of reasons. And one of those such reasons is that they don't want to let go of their mineral resources, just the way the Niger Delta left their oil to the government, that it becomes a national cake that everybody's sharing, everybody's eating. They don't want to leave their own. So they are safeguarding theirs for the rainy day. Yes, they are safeguarding it. So they are using this Boko Haram to safeguard it, so that government cannot come and, nationalize everything there and begin to use it for the whole country. That is one reason, okay, why they will refuse to lay down their arms, why they will refuse to accept anything that government offer them. Okay, that is one. Then two, it's benefiting them because they pay them. The foreign nationals that comes to, mine those solid minerals, like the Chinese, must be paying their government, their traditional rulers, their elites, their politicians, their top politicians, and all of that. They must be having, some kind of collaborations with these people. So they are using it also, okay, to a kind of benefit from that. That is that. Then another major reason again why they will refuse to listen, or they will refuse to lay down their arm, like Niger Delta people did, is that before the advent of this Boko Haram and all this banditry and kidnapping and all of that, these people, they already had the mind of, Islamization. Yes, they already have the mind. Okay, yes, the mind that this country belongs to them, and they want to rule which they have always been saying, okay, from the north down to the Atlantic Ocean. So they now saw this as an opportunity for them to perpetrate, okay, that plot, that plan, to carry out that agenda. They already have that agenda of Islamizing everyone. Take it or you leave it. Take it or you leave it. As far as I'm concerned, one of the things that tells me that that is part of their agenda is they are, coming to the south. For example, 2 days ago or so, they went to Port Harcourt, River State. What were they doing in River State in Port Harcourt? Because if they have succeeded in Port Harcourt, before you know it, they will put their flag somewhere there. They'll put their flag there. And from there, they will continue to move like that. So they also saw these people as a means of achieving that purpose. So the people, they now, using that also. Take it or you leave it, but that is the truth. Okay? Then another thing again is, this only Nidra we are talking about, it's not only in Zamfara and, Kebbi or whatever in the far north. It's also around the Middle Belt area, Niger, yes, Plateau, Benue, and all of those places. So they want to also take control of all the areas where you have solid minerals in this country. They want to take control of it. So the best thing they can do is to sack the indigenes of those areas, then implant their people there as the leaders, as the traditional rulers, as the inhabitants of those places. So they sack all of those people, send all of them to the IDP camp and take over their land and begin to carry out the same mining that they are doing in Zamfara and other places. We carry it out around all those places also. Okay? So they also have this agenda of taking lands, grabbing lands. They also have that agenda, apart from colonization, they also have of taking, people's land, people's farmland, and particularly those around, the Middle Belt, and the Southwest, like that, down. So they have the agenda of, so they also inculcate that also in their program. So they're now using this Boko Haram to also want to, carry out that purpose, that agenda, okay, that plan, that plot. They just want to use it. So in that case, they now, infuse the Boko Haram, the bandits, and all of them with the herdsmen. The herdsmen are the ones that move from one place to another. So this way they infiltrate the herdsmen, or they, collaborate with the herdsmen, and then they begin to use the, the cattle rearing migration thing as a means of moving from their place to other places to go and, carry out all of this agenda. So you see, so it's very, very difficult for anybody to think that tomorrow Boko Haram is going to end or is going to cease, okay, or this insurgents or this banditry is going to end soon. It's not going to end soon because their agenda is so much, it's wide. It's unlike the Niger Delta militants who were just only after the crude oil. They just say they are not be taking our crude oil without us benefiting from it. At least take your force while you take this oil. And the government enter into an agreement with them. Okay, don't worry, we'll take your fuel, do this, you just lay down your arms. And that was it. But these people, their own is much more than that. They have so many agenda they want to achieve. And they see this as an opportunity for them. They see it as an avenue. They see it as a means, as a way of achieving all of those things I've just enumerated. So it's very, very difficult. If not, what does it take, like I said, for Shetima, okay, Yarima Shetima to go and talk to them, Boko Haram, okay, the thing is over. Lay down your arms. Okay, if it is maybe the solid brother, okay, don't worry, we'll do it. Or for Tinubu, who is also part of them, the present President Tinubu is also part of them. As he is part of them because he was part of, he has been in APC. He was one of the founder of APC. And the APC are the ones, behind all of these things with Buhari. And this guy was one of the, people who single-handedly brought Buhari and, installed Buhari as the president. So he cannot say he does not know the plan from onset. He knows the plan, and he too is benefiting from the plan. He's also a beneficiary. I can say that. He's also a beneficiary. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? There's nothing, I didn't see anything wrong with it because I trust Tinubu. I trust his logic. I trust his political, versatility or versatility in politics. I have trust his everything about him because from day one, he has always been my man. Okay, from the days of Nadeko, when he was the governor of Lagos State, I've always voted for him. He has always been my man. So I trust him. Okay, yes. But the only thing is that I'm afraid if somewhere along the line he's not going to, give all of us out. Yes, I'm just afraid. But I trust him. I really, really trust him. That is the truth. I still have confidence in him when it comes to some things. I still have confidence in Tinubu. So it does not really take anything for him to make people to lay down their arms. But they will not listen to him because they know what they are after. They know what they are after. The era of politics with Exam is gone. Their minerals, yes, protecting. Their forest, yes, guiding it, protecting it. Yes, the Islamization agenda, they are pursuing it. The, taking over people's land, I don't know what to call it now, okay? They're also pursuing it, okay? The Ruga thing they wanted to do is still in their mind, okay? The, cattle route, okay? The cattle route is still in their mind. So all of those things, that was where we were having issue with the former governor of Ondo State of blessed memory, Akeredolu, okay? The cattle route is still in their mind. So all of these things, they are trying to make sure that they use this as an opportunity to do all of that. But where they are making the mistake is, if they are doing this thing in the north only, it would have been okay. But they are bringing it to the south. When the Niger Delta were doing their militancy, the Niger Delta militant did not even go to the east. Did not even go to the southwest. Not to talk about the north. They were confined to their domain, which is the Niger Delta, which is the, the creeks. That was only where they were. They never went out and they never intimidated anybody. They never killed innocent people. They never destroyed innocent property. They never destroyed churches or mosques. They never did all of that. Okay? But these people, instead of them to just keep it to themselves and do it the way the militants of Niger Delta were doing it, it would have been better. Nobody, all this hue and cry will not be there. Okay? But they are getting it wrong with what they are doing now. They are getting it wrong. They are trying, this is what they are doing now. They are destroying this country. And they're trying to divide this country. They're trying to segregate this country. They're trying to separate this country. All this that they are doing right now. So it's better they just have one agenda and pursue it. Okay? And end it there. So whatever you think, whatever you feel, please just put it in the comment section. Let me hear your view. Let me hear your thoughts concerning all of this. I'm still going to talk more on all of this. Okay? We're going to talk about the Nnamdi Kanu issue. We're going to talk about, these guys who went to Rivers State to Port Harcourt. Okay? We're going to talk about that also. Okay? Because they went there to test the water. They just went to Port Harcourt to test the water, and see whether he can be able to, accommodate or whatever, accommodate them. Okay, but at least they have seen. But I know that we have to still be very ready, because people, they don't give up easily like that. They don't. But God will help us. I want all of us to be together as one Nigeria. It's very sweet when we are together as same people as one Nigeria, north, east, south, west. When we are together, the bigger the stronger. Yes, the bigger the stronger, the bigger the sweeter, the merrier. Yes, I wish this people can just give peace a chance, give reasoning chance, and let us work together, and everything will be okay for us in this country. God bless you as you listen. Please don't forget to share the video, and don't forget to like, and don't forget to give your comment. And God will bless you. Thank you very much. I still remain your personal person, Apostle Jerry. God bless you. Amen and amen.